broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
What up, everybody? We have some beautiful dramatic piano music playing today, so we couldn't find the theme song. But welcome back to Switched at Birth After Show. I'm Hannah Prichard. I am yell-less today, and I'm really upset about it, but it's okay because I have a special guest that I'll show you in just a moment. But this is Season 4, Episode 17, episode To the Victor Belong the Spoils. Pretty intense name. I have zero idea what exactly that meant. If any of you have a hunch, please let me know, because that means nothing to me. But whatever, it sounds like a cool long title like they always do. But alongside of me, you guys, I have a surprise for you, which y'all's probably going to be mad about, but it's okay, because guess what face you get to see? The voice of the chat.
Hey, y'all. I'm just kidding. Hey guys, I know that Yale has promised that I am the Meg of the show, where if you're a Family Guy fan, they're like, you sit on the couch or who let you in the house, Meg. But today, the cat's away. Yep. Alexis will play. That's how it's happening. So, hi.
What's up? She's still going to be the voice of the chat for you guys, today.
I'm
going
to be here.
She's going to be here. Don't let her fool you, though, because she's going to say things because, I mean, obviously, you guys, let's be honest, can I not talk at somebody else if they're sitting right next to me?
I just feel bad because I was doing another show, so I didn't get to watch the episode, because I was like, okay, if I have time today, I'm going to watch Switch to Birth with Hannah. Yep. I'm going to help her out. And I was like, nope, I forgot I had another show.
She'll be fine, right, guys? It's more important for her to be here with us. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, she didn't watch the episode, but she's going to say whatever she can to help us out.
I was telling Hannah earlier, I was this close just to make Yale feel better. I was just going to wear a douche beanie, but wear it to, like, right here and just talk for the rest of the episode. It
would have been perfect. Then we could have seen our awesome lipstick. Yeah, right?
Oh, my God. This is going to be a great show. I can already tell.
Of course. Okay, so I tried to watch what Yale did last week to see what she had to say about everything and to see if she actually told you guys what I thought about the show, because you best believe I made sure to text her everything. So I was happy to see that she did. And when I watched it back, listening to me talk about the taxes and the whole boring thing, it still bores me. And this episode started on them going straight into those taxes, and I was like, oh my God.
It's just because they want to spite you, Hannah.
It is.
Like, it was like, oh, Hannah didn't like the taxes, we're just going to make it taxes.
Dude,
for you.
It made me so mad, and I was like, great. So basically, the day that I'm going to have to sit and talk to myself everybody, it's going to be an episode about taxes.
No, true.
But it wasn't. It did definitely start off that way, and I was really concerned about it, and it did clear the air for me a little bit, because I know nothing about taxes, but apparently what's going on.
Girl, you're in it
Nobody
together.
Likes numbers. We're out.
That is a reason why I'm in the film industry / went to art school. Was like, what numbers?
Nope. History, numbers, out, done.
Thank you. Thank you, Marissa.
See, look, now that we have a body sitting right here, we have a new voice, Marissa.
A new voice of God, and her name's Marissa.
We hear her. She's in there somewhere. We don't see her either, so you guys aren't really missing out. Don't you love that I keep putting them in my cup for you? But anyways, so I figured out what's actually going on with John because I don't understand taxes to save my life. But basically, John's just been writing off extra stuff.
Like you do. It happens. You're not supposed to, like, do that too much, but, like, it's supposed to be the essentials. But
exactly. And now that I know that's what he was doing, I'm like, oh, get over it, everybody. I would do the exact same thing.
People do that. Like,
right?
Gas, like lunches that are, like, work lunches.
Business lunch. Yeah. Everything's a business lunch to me.
I mean, yeah, that's all I do. That's actually just my job besides being the voice of the chat. I just eat. I just put food into my mouth. That's my other job.
I think my dream is to be Padma, so, you know what I mean? Get paid to eat and, like, wear pretty clothes.
That's it. That's all I would do for the rest of my life.
And tell people when their food is mediocre. I don't know.
That'd be it.
But
I already told somebody that if Guy Fieri decides to have someone take over driver's whatever, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely. Car included.
Fat and happy. Yes. Please. Fat and happy.
Okay, but first, not to get it out of the way, but I first want to talk about Toby and Jillian and Lily, or Julian, because Julian is, which I know you don't know about this, but...
Okay, I want to hear the things.
Okay, but so Toby and Lily, you know, they're expecting that baby, and I'll tell you what, in this episode, where in the world did that bun in her oven come from? We just found out she was pregnant like a couple weeks ago, and now all of a sudden she's halfway through her pregnancy.
Did just time just pass, maybe? Like,
yeah, TV time passed.
Okay, because I was about to say, like, they weren't like, oh, it's been months now. Or maybe when she said she was pregnant, she was actually like 3 or 4 months pregnant. Okay.
No, I was waiting for that, because I think she was only like a month pregnant when she found out. I want to say like a month. 4 weeks to 6 weeks, somewhere around there.
So that's,
but
now
like
she's
fully
almost 2 months. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But so if it's been, that doesn't make sense.
Right, and they said in like last night's episode that she's halfway through her term.
Whoa.
And she's like a full belly. I'm like, what happened in 2 weeks? It's fine. Anyways,
they didn't. No one has said anything yet in the chat, but I
really?
will, if somebody says something, I will let you know.
Okay, great. Because I mean, it's totally fine with me. It just, that's a side note. I don't understand where this baby came from.
Everyone's saying time jump. Time jump for the win.
Yeah, seriously.
Somebody said 3 weeks ago we found out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like so confused by it. Whatever, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, anything. But we did meet Julian tonight, and maybe we met him before, but Julian is the guy that Lily had a crush on, that Toby thought may be the real baby daddy.
I remember this discussion.
Yeah.
I think I was there for that.
We like fully met him tonight. He's a tall, handsome man, I will say that.
I feel like everybody in the show is handsome or pretty at this point.
But it makes me kind of feel bad for Toby, because Toby's such a short dude that like for it to be like a super tall guy, I'm like, come on, you guys, you couldn't have cast somebody more like in Toby's height range so he could like, you know, I don't know. But when he keeps showing up when Lily's talking to him, being all like tough guy, like, hey.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? But then it's to this like really tall guy who's just like really gentle and sweet. He just kind of looked like he was PMSing the whole episode. I was like, is Toby the one who's having like emotional pregnancy hormones? He was.
I mean, that is a thing.
Oh,
like a lot of men go through that, and I think it's really funny.
I think they may so more than women. That's
no, it's
you
true.
know, that's just what I'm starting to think about it. You know,
man.
it's like sympathy hormones, but
it's a sympathy pregnancy, and it's so funny because my dad got so big. Because my mom was just eating desserts all the time. So he's like, well, she can't finish it, so I guess I'll eat it. And then Dad was like, why do I feel so bloated, babe? And I'm like, Dad, it's because you're eating half your weight in desserts. Stop it. Sorry. I think I just killed Hannah. Okay, I'm going to stop
I love
now.
that so much. I love that so much. I hope whoever is the father of my child, he gains all the weight and I don't.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, but...
So, it's not.
It'll be so close, though.
I'll totally be a beach whale. I'm really excited for
I'll be a beach whale with you.
Yay. But aside from meeting Julian, who Toby needs to get over all of his jealousy issues, and hopefully he does, because or else I see that, like, really ruining their relationship.
Yeah.
But now their only saving grace is Toby and Lily are gonna move to London.
All right.
Yeah, and go back where Lily's family is from, which was, like, the big, like, kind of argument discussion of the episode between the families, even though like John and Catherine were obviously trying to make Lily and them stay because they want to be a part of the baby's life, but they are broke, and their option of doing this, like to help or convince them to stay, was by offering to financially support them. I'm like,
what?
Wait, hold up. And even Toby was like, but you guys can't do that. But okay.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I was like, wait, hold
geez.
on. After at the beginning of the episode, all the children feel like so guilt-struck by the fact that their parents have spent like all of this money. Now all of a sudden, when they are in dire need of it, they're like, oh, it's okay, you know, we'll financially support.
Regina says it's been months since she went to Atlanta, which is like 2 episodes ago.
That is a true statement. You are correct.
Yeah, that was Andrea in the chat. So there you go.
All right. Well, then fine. I needed some clarification on that time jump then. I don't know about anybody else. But wouldn't you like to be like, oh, you know, instead of like, let's throw in that 2-month thing real quick. Whatever. whatever.
Thanks, guys. I'm sorry. I was into it, and then I was also listening to Hannah's awesome story. So sorry about that.
See, and this is why normally she's just the voice of the chat.
Yeah, because I get distracted. I'm sorry. Just Alexis, get back into your closet.
But yeah, I would love to hear what Yale has to think about all the tax issues going on.
I would love to hear what she says. I think it'd be really funny.
About them getting all that support. But I guess now we don't even have to worry about it because they're just going to go to London, which I think is a great idea.
Okay.
Like, when they were all kind of butthurt about the idea of them leaving, and Catherine was the only one to, like, look at Lily and be like, do whatever is best for you and the family.
Right.
And I was like, applaud. And then John Kennish pulled a crazy John Kennish and freaked out about it. Like,
fun.
Legit, he freaked out on Catherine, or not Catherine, on Toby for Lily wanting to go home, and was like, we'll sue her, you have your rights, you're like the father, all this crazy stuff. I was like, whoa, hold up. Like, I honestly, which we'll get to predictions, and I don't have that many this week, but anyways, but I just feel like, I don't know. I like partly lost where I was going with that.
Oh man.
But
you guys broke Hannah.
I know.
That's
you
how
all
crazy
broke
that
me.
was.
But I remember what I was going to say.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. It came back to me. I just feel like even though they're moving to London and maybe that will help them, like all the issues aside from whether or not they should leave and go to London in this episode were kind of making me feel like they're not going to work out regardless, with or without this baby. Like, I know that Lily told Toby, you know, that she loves him, that Julian is nothing to her, and I believe her in that, but they don't look like a couple who are in love.
Wow.
Like, they really don't. Like, it just seems like they're doing it for the baby.
Do you think that they will eventually fall into love as the pregnancy ensues? Because you know how sometimes with certain shows, especially on ABC Family, like, it's slowly, like, some sort of tragedy or not tragedy or just something that's happening tends to change the relationship, whether it's positive or negative or whatever. But I mean, if it's already negative, I just assume that it's going to turn positive at one point.
It probably will, especially since they're leaving to London. They're going to have to kind of discontinue their storyline for a while, so I guess they won't be able to create issues if they're not there.
True.
So, unless
they decide to do both.
Yeah, unless they, like, break up before they even make it to London. But I imagine, let's go ahead and ship them off now, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's have the baby there. I don't know, but maybe that's wrong.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Because or else they're going to have the baby and then transport the baby. Anyways, I don't know. But either way, now ABC Family has dodged a bullet of having 3 babies on set because they're still going to have to deal with Melody and Mr. Redhead Man, who I always forget his name. I'm sorry, but yes, I know that he's a fox, and I always forget his name.
He's a fox.
Well, whatever. But we saw nothing of Melody tonight, so I guess maybe we'll see something next week. I did not get to see the preview for next week, so you all will have to tell me if she is in it. Please do. Let Alexis know.
Please let me know.
Send it
I'm
over
looking
to
now.
me.
I'm looking.
Real quick, though, before we continue on, you guys, I do have a couple shout-outs for you all. Not many this week, but I do have one from, I believe it's Jaman, too? There's 3 A's. There's 3 A's, so I'm going to say Jaman. You know, it's
I liked it.
Did you like that? That was almost like singing right there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I know you tried to watch and you're not watching today because it's a little too late for you where you're from, but, you know, thanks for saying something. And Ryan McLean, you've been tweeting us all week. Always. Thank you. Love it. Always. And also, another shout out to Devin Robinson, who is not a fan of ABC's Family Change. And this is something just real quick in news and gossip. You do not have to play the music, Marissa, because I know this is out of order. But ABC Family is actually changing the name of the network as of 2016 to be called Freeform. It is the first time ever that ABC Family has taken family, or the network has taken family out of the name of the network, which I think is actually pretty cool because they are dealing with some ideas that, even though, yes, it is still a family network, that they are covering a lot more ground, and it may be, I don't know, possibly shooing away some audiences or viewers away from the show because it seems like just a family network. So I think this is actually really cool, and I think that's awesome because ABC Family has progressed so much in what they're doing with their TV shows. So I'm actually pretty stoked about the name change. Sorry, Devin, that you did not like it, but, you know, maybe they could have come up with something else, but I think it's good. Not to interrupt you in your shout outs, but a lot of people are asking about what about Emmett's baby brother? That's a 4th baby. Cameron and Debbie must have had a baby boy by now. Shouldn't Emmett's brother have been born already? There's a lot of... Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that. That's a great question, you guys. That was
Sadie Bunny and
Thank you,
Amy
Sadie.
Sanders, who were talking about that in the chat.
Interesting. I completely forgot about that. That's such a true statement. Evan is about to have 3 new siblings, that means then.
Jeez, that's crazy.
That is insane. Oh my
ABC
God, that's
family,
insane.
get your crap together.
Then if that is the case, then I think we're going to see him sooner rather than later because he's going to have to come back or want to come back, I imagine, to see his family members.
To see his family. His new family coming into play.
Yeah.
All right.
But with all that, you guys, and you guys giving your input and all the shout outs, we want to thank you guys so much for watching. We love that you guys watch and come hang out with us. And like, hopefully all of you guys subscribe to us on YouTube and are following the channel. If not, you absolutely should. And you should go to iTunes and rate us. As Yael will tell you, under 4, just it doesn't work. Keep it up. Give us the 4 or the 5, baby. If not, whatever. If you have something mad to say, just tweet it at me. I know everybody's probably upset that Yael and I are kind of playing tag on who's going to be here right now. We just Yael's traveling the world and I was not. But, good for Yael. We're jealous of you. It's fine. We miss you. Also, you guys, if you watch, ABC Family and all of these shows, I imagine there's a new show that you will like called My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
I'm so excited for this show.
Me too. Like, legit, I'm really stoked about this.
Yeah.
And I've never really seen a show like it before, which generally, sometimes would raise questions, but it looks...
We've technically had a musical kind of show that was doing really, really well, which was, what is it,
Smash?
Yeah.
I did too!
So, the fact that they're doing this, but it's mostly within, like... in her own head, it's kind of awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's
But anyway,
like a little deranged.
You should tell them what it's about.
She's a crazy ex-girlfriend who has kind of like relocated her life to try to chase after this guy that she met when she was like 16 or something.
Yeah.
And it was like not, they never really dated. It was like more so just like a crush kind of scenario. And she is
a what if.
Yeah. And then now it's like 10, 15.
It was 10 years later?
Yeah. 10 years later. And she's like uprooted her life to like kind of stalk back down this guy because she got like an inkling that he may be interested in re-meeting him or something.
Yeah, because he said that in the trailer, if you watch it, which is like a 5-minute trailer,
it's awesome.
So long and awesome. But I love how he was like, "Oh, you're so successful now, and wow, you look really good."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, don't do it." And she's just like, "Oh, West Covina, California, from New York.
Here I go."
Yeah, I'm there, and I'm like, "What?" I love her.
totally
Rachel is just like the actress Rachel. She's awesome, and I'm so glad to see her in this. Yeah,
I know she's worked on things before. I can't remember what, but somebody had told me she had done something before that they had.
My Monday nights are about to get real awesome because I watch Castle and a bunch of other things on Monday. So like, just adding that on there is gonna be great.
Yeah, right. It'll be something else that I watch in the morning on Hulu, basically.
Tuesday, in the Tuesdays.
That's basically how I start my morning.
Yeah.
But anyway, you guys, the show premieres October 12th, Monday at 8 p.m. on the CW. It looks awesome. In the meantime, you should absolutely look up the trailer on YouTube if you can. Like she said, it's
I know. It's like 5 minutes long, and it's awesome.
Yeah, it might as well be like a little music video dance number. It's really, really awesome and super, super funny. Yeah. But yeah, you should do that. That's about all I have to say about it. But aside from that, getting back to the show, I want to talk about Regina and my sexy bishop next.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, listen.
I'm just gonna
sit back there for a second because I have some things to say about Bishop before we get going about this. Because, I mean, this is kind of off topic about him. But, like, y'all, I've been a little upset about Bishop recently in this season. Not because he's not looking beautiful, because he always is. But, and he's always been a nice guy, but he seemed a little bit more gentle this season, which isn't a bad thing. Like, it's great. He's showing his real soft side, but I'm like... But, like, where is that, like, dangerous Bishop side? I don't know. Like, when we're talking about his tattoos, and now
I'll come back.
He's getting a little soft on me.
Just kidding.
And we're not showing off his tattoos as much anymore. Like, because, you guys, we know that he has a huge... Whatever. But I'm not gonna say it, but he would say it. But he's got a huge bird on his leg.
Oh, my God.
Tattoo. Exactly.
You thought different.
I know you did. But that's what he would have said about it because it's one of those kind of birds. But he's got one on his leg. And you know what? If we're going to keep showing his tattoos, I'm ready for us to show that one. Okay? That's all I'm saying about it.
He can't wear any pants, right? Because it's all over his leg?
Oh, yeah. It's like all the way up.
All right. Okay. Good to know.
It's all the way up there.
Andrea says he's scary when he's angry, though.
He does. So he got a little... I don't know how much you remember us talking about Regina going back to try to meet his baby mama. Mm-hmm. And she, like, goes to the shop and just tries to feel her out, and that was a bad situation. Mm-hmm. But Bishop finds the receipt from her going to the auto shop of his ex-wife.
Right.
Yeah, of his ex-wife in her pocket when they're out for this like fundraiser thing, which we'll get to. And at first doesn't tell her that he finds it, and then just like storms out, and like, which is fine and totally justified, but the minute that she follows after him, he's like, just drop it. Like, there was no like lead up to be like, this is what happened. He just like kind of screamed about it real fast, and it did kind of seem a little bit like over the top, but whatever, you know, he was real upset about it. What I did understand, though, I thought that was a little crazy, but when the conversation like continues between them, he's just very upset because she did put his son in danger by doing that. Like, he's removed his son from this woman's home, who clearly is still not a great woman.
Designer projects, like, which she kept that receipt in her pocket for 4 months, question mark?
This is what I'm saying. Like, we could have found a better way of getting back to that topic.
Sorry. She had a receipt in her pocket for 4 months, and it just randomly happened to come back.
Don't get me wrong. Like, the things
ABC
that are
Family, what the actual fudge? Like, what? Get out of here! All my receipts are either stored away somewhere or they're in the trash.
Right. At least what they should have done, since he was going to find the receipt in the pocket, was put like some money wrapped in with the receipt, or like a bunch of other receipts.
Do you not wash your pants? I'm sorry.
It was a jacket. It was a jacket.
Do you not wash your jackets?
I don't wash my jackets.
Okay, well, I didn't see what the actual jacket was. But in my brain, I'm like, that receipt after 4 months would have been... there would not be any ink on that receipt because it would have been washed so much. Get out of here, ABC
Okay,
family.
but I guess so if you guys ever like see me in a jacket, just don't hug me, because clearly I didn't realize that.
I was assuming that it's not like hoodies I can imagine you washing, but like actual jackets, like I understand.
Unless it's like a thick hoodie that like the fabric is questionable, I'm like, we're not going to do that. Yeah, I'm scared of that.
It's all good.
But yeah,
That's what Febreze is for.
For real. But so I do not think this is the end of the conversation with Bishop and Regina. I know he just moved in, but I think this is going to cause issues. But I did like that after the like blow up or whatever, before they talk later, instead of him driving off and leaving her at the bar, he hands her the keys and was like, I'm going to go find another way to get home. And I was like, well, at least you know he's coming home then. You know what I mean? If they just storm off with those keys and leave you there stranded, you're like, oh, this is the end of it. He's not coming back. He may be gone for days. But instead he was like, you know what? You take the keys. I'm going to go. And I was like, okay. I did like that we did that. Bishop will always be a great one to me, even though I'm ready for him to rough it up again.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
But I think I've been jumping around the conversation this entire time about this whole fundraiser. So we can talk about this one really quick because there wasn't too much really going on with it. But Daphne throws a fundraiser to raise $600 to help give money to put the Spanish students, the Mexican students, whatever it was, whatever we called, whatever. That's why I need Yell here. Yeah. To get them bus passes so that they can go get tutored or teach how to do sign language so they can communicate with each other. Right. Which is wonderful and awesome, and I love that she's still helping out with this project from afar. But this does mean that she's still in contact with that tall drink of water, Quinn.
Oh, boy.
Who is so attractive. And you guys, I am a Mingo, now Schmingo.
Oh,
Schmingo.
God. Anytime I hear that word, I'm just like... Ugh.
Dude, it's so funny to me. It makes me think of Schmidt on New Girl. So I'm like...
Okay,
exactly.
Right,
so I kind of actually really love it.
I would,
So I love it. I think it's hilarious. I don't really care.
Just to channel Yale, I was like, I would do naughty things to Schmidt. Like, the most
naughty things to Schmidt. Yale is not too far, y'all. But
it's all her fault.
It is. She rubs off on all of us. So Schmingo decides to help her on this fundraiser, which I think is absolutely great. You guys, I'm telling you, Schmingo is a good dude. We're all going to like him. We're all going to want him to stick around. Yell, I'm mad at you for saying that he's not OTP, because like maybe he's not, but let's not dust him under the rug first, okay? Let's not.
Yell.
I'm not happy about it. Yeah.
She just put you on blast, girl.
I'm not happy about it.
What?
Because I think we are going to grow to like Mingo more and more and more. And yes, I think Quinn is going to be an issue, but now Quinn's going to be painted as the bad guy because he's going to be the other guy.
Oh, dear.
I think he only can be Daphne's friend. That's my 2 cents about it. All the other stuff at the fundraiser, it's stupid extra stuff that we don't need to talk about. They weren't going to let them raise money at first. Mingo did the best he could to set them up, which was wonderful. He's doing all the great boyfriend, wonderful things. He's perfect. That's all I have to say about it. They ended up raising $670, so woohoo! Now we just got to see if Daphne is still going to keep in contact with this Quinn dude. Okay. And I have no idea how I feel about it.
Boo69B says, Daphne told Mingo that she wasn't going to see Quinn again, and yet she's still talking to him.
Yeah, which is an issue. It's going to cause some issues between Schmingo and Daphne. I'm not happy about the potential destruction of Dingo, but I think that Mingo is going to show his true colors, and he's going to come off as the better dude in the entire situation, and it's going to be great.
So
that's what I think about it.
I can't say your name,
y'all, I cut
lady, but I'm going to say D. Grant for now. I apologize. What was with everyone storming out tonight? Lily, Eric, Schmingo? Like, what's going on?
That's what happens when you get everybody together for a party.
Well, apparently so. People
Everything everything hits the fan, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Everything hits the fan. That's what happens. The only thing
fan motion, like, man, everything's really high up.
The only thing that wasn't hitting the fan was Catherine Kennish's dance moves, everybody. We saw that.
Lord have mercy. I would have paid so much money to see that.
Every time we give her an opportunity to dance, I just kind of have to laugh about it.
I saw the last time, and I was like, okay, this girl needs her. She just needs to dance all the time.
Not that she doesn't have great dance moves. You do. You're killing it, like, for however old that you are. I know that I could not do that now. So, props to you, but it just cracks me up every time I
need to go look it up.
Okay. But now I want to talk about my favorite people to talk about, Bennett. But now we got to talk about Bravis, whatever in the world that we are calling.
I can't keep up with all these names right now.
Well, because I don't know what everybody wants to call Bay and Travis, because I don't want to call them anything yet, because they're not going to be a thing. And I shouldn't say that, because they were getting really cute tonight, you guys, and I'm not sure about my feelings about it. But also a little bit of Bay and Tank, like, kind of were an undertone of the entire thing. Okay. So the stuff going on with Bay was bull in tonight's episode, or last night's episode. It kind of really, really made me mad and frustrated, but also happy, because we got to talk about Bay and all the stuff that she puts up with, and you guys know how I feel about Bay. I think everybody needs to cut her a break at some point. She's always just dealing with the weight of the world on her shoulder to some degree. But so Bay sees a girl on campus wearing her art, like the little girl that had the graduation cap and holding the diploma that she, like, created a while ago. It's been around on the show for a while. And it's kind of been this, like, totem of, like, empowerment to Bay, and something that her best art or best work. But there's girls walking around campus with that piece of art that she did on their shirt, and alongside it says, guys, I wrote it down wrong, and now I don't remember how to say it, but basically it's like, no doesn't mean no, ask me again after 2 beers.
Okay.
Or something like that. Yeah. So implying the fact that, like, get them drunk enough and they'll do whatever. Yeah. Which is just appalling.
Andrea was like, I wanted, in all caps, I wanted to punch that guy in the face.
Seriously, you guys, he was just a douche.
Come to the dark side. Oh, this is Boo69B's. Come to the dark side, Hannah. Come on, Bay and Travis.
Stop
we'll be
it.
Together.
Boo69, you can't convince me. Okay, but anyways, this kid was a total douche magoosh. He has this site called...
Douche canoe.
Yep. He has this site called trampstamptees.com, and is selling them online to girls on campus, and then also has a booth set up. And Bay, like, hunts them down, finds them, tells him what's up, that it's bull, that he shouldn't be using that on our art, but more so just that he shouldn't be making this blanket statement about women. And then Bay, he's a big old lame-o loser, which nobody likes, about it. So she basically calls his mama. She, like, finds his mama on Facebook and sends Mama on the way.
Oh, dear.
And Mama goes up and confronts this boy while he's selling these teas out in front of campus, and just, like, lets him have it. But then he comes back and basically just talks crap on women in general, especially in this age, that if they're dumb enough to buy these shirts or to do these actions, then that's not his problem.
Yeah.
And Bay, being the smart little person that she is, records the entire thing. So she's going to put that douche on blast.
Oh my gosh.
And so I don't think it's the last we're going to see of that kid, which is whatever. But in the meantime, this whole situation inspires Bay to start creating some more art, which we see at the end, which I thought the picture was pretty cool, but basically it was like a picture of Bay, and then she put both of her last names in the hair, and it looked like she had all these Post-it notes that she was going to include them in her entire, like, face, which I'm hoping that's what she does.
Right.
Because then I think it would be a cool idea if, like, maybe that was some sort of actual t-shirt company that she did, or did that kind of art and for other figures, like putting different names and titles in them to show that there is no label for anybody. I think it'd be like a cool idea. So I hope that's where she's going with it.
Cool.
Also, we see Emmett in this episode. He Skypes, FaceTimes, whatever, with Bay. Shocking. I was surprised to see him call, but basically he was asking permission if he could use the short film that he made about Bay and submit it to a festival.
That's adorable.
Yeah, which stressed her out a little bit, but she ended up saying yes, as she should have, because, you know, it was his art. I think he has every right to go ahead and submit that and get whatever feedback that he can for it.
Sadie Bunny's like, he made a movie about her. He made a movie about her without even telling her!
Yeah, which was crazy, but now she does know, so I think it's okay now that she does know. It was silly when she didn't know about it, but now that she does know, I think it's okay.
It's so weird, but I get it, because there's like those type of like guys that you date that try to do like surprises and stuff, and they like try to make like a movie that's like, oh, it's about you.
Yeah,
and
his just wasn't in a very negative light. But what I'm hoping, though, is because we've still never seen the movie, and neither has Bay, that I'm hoping eventually that we do see the movie and that it actually ends kind of like lovey-dovey about them. And then
at least
like,
show
come
clips.
together.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I'd like to see a clip or something. I'd never like to see a Sky, though.
Oh, dear.
But then also we got this great conversation between Travis and Bay. And yes, this was the first time ever that I've been like, maybe there is like this weird little romantic connection, but I don't think
it isn't so.
But I don't think there is, you guys, and I don't want it to happen because it's not going to last, because they are not OTP. We all know that. Bay and Emmett are. So if they go ahead with this opportunity to put Bay and Travis together, then they're eventually going to have to break them up. And I fear that that would hinder Travis's character on the show, or how long he would be on the show, or if he would... He's been so consistent this season, and I like that, and I don't want to lose that, because I like his presence on the show so much.
Haley Matthews said, what if it was the end of the series? Would you be okay if they got back together? That's
Emmett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was assuming. I couldn't... I don't know. I love Designer Project. Why can't they be friends? Like, literally...
Why can't they...
Yeah.
You know, we kind of change it.
Yeah.
But why can't they be friends?
I don't know. That's what she's asking. Like,
exactly.
Why can't they be friends?
They should just be friends. Well, unless you're talking about Emmett. Yes, they can just be friends for right now, but they will be together with you.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, Travis and Bay, yes, let them be friends. From the conversation, I do think that Emmett will eventually tell Bay about Travis, but I liked that he didn't. Okay. Because it wasn't, like, deceitful, it wasn't, like, manipulative, it was, like, just being supporting and kind of, like, taking a step back instead of causing issues that don't need to be there. I thought it was a good way of showing that he is okay with just being her friend and supporting her regardless. So, I'm all about that. I think we've talked about everything. So, now we're going to talk about predictions.
Predictions.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV
Let's show.
predictions.
Like I said, I don't really have many predictions. I don't really have any predictions because I'm an awful person, and I didn't find a way to watch the preview for next week because I watched.
I do have a prediction
Hulu.
that Yale will be back, and I will be back on the couch.
Because you guys, I'm not positive Yale's here next week.
Oh no, that's right. Sorry, my brain.
I'm not
she'll be back in. She'll be back in a few weeks.
Yeah, she'll be back in a couple, guys. I know we've like kind of thrown you off by doing all this.
Yeah, there it is. I was like, I thought she's coming back next week. I'm like, nope, it's the week after. Yeah. But I know I also have another prediction that I will be here next week.
Yes,
I will be here on the panel for as long as Yale is gone.
Yes, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And everybody's stoked about it too because they get to see our face.
And also, I'm going to try and watch next week's episode, even though I am completely lost because I haven't watched Switched at Birth since like first season.
Alexis is going to be like a full-on fan come next week. Which she already is because she's a fan of us and she's a fan of you guys, basically.
I just want us to be friends all the time.
Really all this. Sorry guys, I'm a little sick. It sounded really great when I laughed in the microphone for you guys.
Sorry, iTunes listeners.
sorry everybody who's just listening. That sounded really gross. But I like hope we come back next week and you're like, I binged all the seasons for like 3 days.
There's no way I'm not gonna be able to do 4 seasons.
So you think you may watch like a couple episodes and be like, I'm hooked.
I mean, I was already hooked in the first season. I just stopped because life but I definitely want to get back into it though.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Be like that.
But aside from that, I don't have many predictions. I do think that we are going to see Bishop's ex-wife. I think that's what we're setting that up for, which terrifies me because then ultimately Yell will be right, and that means that Bishop and Will have to leave. If new crazy lady comes, there's only going to be one option for them to get up and run again. And I'm not excited about that. So, but that's what I predict. I'm really upset about it. It's fine, though. I think that we are going to see Quinn again. Mingo's going to have some issues.
Andrea thinks something will happen when he shows this movie. Like, people will help him see things differently.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I can get behind that statement.
Sure. Haley Matthews predicts that Toby's wife's going to come back in this season. That's
Sweet.
That's what she said.
All
I'm
right.
just reading off stuff.
I dig whatever you guys have to say, and you guys should keep tweeting all week and let me know what else you have to say about it. And let her know what she missed out and that we miss her and that we want her to come back. Aside from that, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please go rate, vote, whatever, subscribe to us. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week. I'm Hannah Prichard. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @TheHotShotDude.
You can follow me at 8Torres890. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.